Be a pioneer, never, never be afraid to be number one. And when you think of pioneers, remember Rosa Parks, the seamstress who became the founding symbol of the civil rights movement in the United States and died not too long ago. Her act of defiance in refusing to give up her seat on the bus changed our country. After her death, Reverend Jesse Jackson says she sat down in order that we can stand up. Remember,
Yes.
never be afraid to be number one. Remember, the Ark was built by amateurs and the Titanic by professionals. Number 9, do not deny your roots as you walk up on the ladder of success. For if you deny your roots, you have given up your integrity. You have no dignity.
That's right.
Nothing is worth the cost of your integrity, your reputation, or your self-respect. So if you cannot honor your racial, your cultural, your moral, and social concepts inherited from your ancestors, then how can you demand it from the rest? Remember, people without knowledge of their past origins or culture are like trees without roots. Eventually, they will fall down. Never underestimate your capabilities. Somebody else will do it for you. Remember, as it has been said, your most worthy efforts will be scorned by your peers, for they are the ones who suffer the most when you excel. Also remember that as the chief achieves greater success, the jealousy that they always feel for them will intensify. And remember, more than anything, the one who double crosses you is always the one closest to you. So do not squander your energy fighting every little skirmish. You will be depleted when you need to fight the important ones. So remember, do you have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life. And additionally, remember, great people discuss ideas. Average people discuss events, and little people talk about people. Number 7, achieve the highest degree of education. It is the key to the door of opportunity. And while getting your education, remember, the complete professional must be humble on the things he or she does not know. Socrates said that if he was the most intelligent man in all Greece, it was because he knew what he did not know. And for that reason, remember as well to have your pages. No matter how educated you are, as I said before, never make a decision when you do not understand the issue. And above all, learn to say, I don't know. If you use well, it will really keep you away from many moments of embarrassment. Remember, you don't have to be brilliant to be successful. The greatest danger of most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that is too low and we reach it. Number 6, set goals for yourself, and when you have them, share them with those who really believed in you. And in pursuing your goals, whenever you run into a wall, find a way around it if you haven't learned how to knock it down. But remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. As someone used to say, I used to walk into a room and say, oh my God, are they gonna like me? And I walk in a room and I ask, boy, am I gonna like them? Number 5, when you get to the top, don't forget you owe something to your peers, your family, your community, and your country. Every person has to decide whether they are going to be in the light of altruism or in the darkness of selfishness. Number 4, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Remember, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Remember as well, be more concerned with your character than with your reputation, because your character is what you really are and your reputation is what others believe you are. Number 3, take care of yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. We either make ourselves miserable or we can make ourselves strong. After all, the amount of work is the same. Remember, it takes nothing to join the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone, because when you're forced to stand alone, then you realize how really strong, what are you made of. Remember as well, when it comes to your own life, you don't have to live it right all the time, because perfection is not required. Above all, practice assertiveness. Do not swallow the words that you want to tell and you want to say. Get accustomed to sticking up for yourself as if you were your only friend. And number 2, never you lose your sense of who you really are, even when others believe that they know you better than you know yourself. Always be a first-rate version of who you are, instead of a second version of what somebody wants you to be. You were born an original. For God's sake, don't you dare die a copy.
Come on here.
Never stop dreaming and searching for a better life. Remember, the penalty of success is to be bored by the people who thought you were going to be no one. That's the biggest thing. Then they come to licking your ojo, and they really didn't pay attention when you were growing up. So the penalty of success is to be bored by the attention of people who formerly snubbed you. No person has the right to rain on your dreams. 3 things you cannot recover in life once they have been happening. The word there has been said, the moment that has been missed, and the time after it is gone. Use time useless. Once it's gone, it cannot be recovered. But more than anything, when the day arrives that you're on top of your dream, take the time to thank God and your family. Whatever comes your way, I pray that you never forget that every second in life is a gift. You must learn how to value it. But more than anything, above all, when you are on the top, be kind to those who never believed in you and who thought that you would amount to nothing. Think of them and thank them, because the best revenge is success.
Woo!
Do not play small, and do not always wait for your turn. It may never come. So it takes nothing to join the crowd, and it takes everything to stand alone. But above all, remember, talent is God-given. Be humble. Fame is man-given. Be grateful. Conceit is self-given. Be careful. So at this moment, I leave you with the words of Yehuda Bauer, the great Holocaust historian. He said there should be 3 extra commandments of the 10 that we cherish and we value. The first one is thou shalt not be a victim. The second one is thou shalt not be a perpetrator. And the third one is thou shalt not be a bystander. Don't let anyone say that a member of USHLI has ever been a bystander. Thank